What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So what you're looking at right now is Assassin's Creed Unity, and I've been able to play the game for a good 3 hours now, and I thought it would be time to do my first impressions for the game. Many of you have asked me to do that, so I'm going to do it right now. So those of you who have seen all the reviews that have come out over the past, week or so, you will all know that the discussion surrounding Assassin's Creed Unity is quite controversial, and I can only really, after playing it for 3 hours, agree with the fact that there's two completely different sides to the game. On one hand, it is absolutely amazing. On the other hand, the game is terrible. let's be honest about that, and I have a hard time now thinking about what I should start off with. Let me just start off with the good things. What does Assassin's Creed Unity so far do really well? Well, first of all, the graphics are absolutely insane. This is a next-gen open world game graphically, because you look at the whole city, and by now you have already seen me pretty much standing on top of the Notre Dame, looking all around me, the big synchronization, view that you get. It looks absolutely stunning. The cities are, like the city of Paris is very well done. It is true, you have a total of like 5,000 NPCs walking around on the whole streets, and stuff, talking with each other, interacting. It is amazing. Like, let me just start off with that. The game looks absolutely stunning, and the attention to detail, the visual quality is top notch. That's for sure. What does the game also do well? Well, it's an Assassin's Creed game. You pretty much get what you expect from it. There's a few changes in the gameplay aspect. For example, you can now much more easily climb down buildings, and that's all very well done. Works super smoothly. By now, I've already had one of those time anomalies missions where you are pretty much teleported to a different time period, and you get this super big set piece kind of thing where you have to climb and run through this whole environment that's like collapsing and everything is getting destroyed. Very fun to play, super well done, and I thought overall so far I've really been enjoying the game. That's for sure. This is an Assassin's Creed game that all the fans of the series will no doubt still love. It does some things super well. Then on the other hand, there is the part where I said it's terrible, and that's just that the game feels super unfinished. It feels broken in some ways even. The frame rate for this game is not 30 frames per second. That is just for sure. I've already seen tests on YouTube and stuff, and I think the conclusion was that on PS4 it's running at an average of like 22 frames per second. That means that the game feels super slow. That's a pretty bad thing in itself, of course. If you get to super crowded environments or things where stuff is happening all over the place, then it is even like dropping to what, 5, 10, 15 frames, and you just see these stutters and stuff, and it's really pretty bad. When Ubisoft talked about maybe, wanting parity between the platforms, the PC, PS4, Xbox One, I don't even think it really was about wanting parity. No, it was just that you couldn't even achieve a higher frame rate. The optimization for this game, there just isn't really too much of optimization. They should have spent a couple extra weeks or months maybe even to fix this game. And I mean, it's Ubisoft. They want this game to come out in November. They've said November from the beginning. That's the time where this game comes out, and not any later. Although right now I would say it might have been better to just delay the game to early 2015, and you would have had a game that was like perfected in the performance aspect of the game. So, then you have that, but also I noticed at one point I was playing a mission and there were just these stutters where the game literally freezes for a couple of seconds, and it does that all the time for like a full minute straight. It's really, really bad, and it kind of like gets you out of the experience. Overall, when you're just walking on the or like running on the roofs, or you're in these buildings, you're doing certain missions, yeah, the game runs pretty bad at not too much of a stable frame rate or high frame rate or anything, but it's still doable. It's not that the game is unplayable or anything like that, but it's just very noticeable at certain parts of the game, and then it definitely really bothers you. Secondly, what I also noticed is a lot of pop-up, just seeing characters change in terms of what they look like all the time. You see that dresses or something of these women on the streets are being rendered, you know, while you're walking next to them and stuff, and that kind of like puts me out of the experience. It pulls me out, I have to say. And yeah, I've noticed a lot of that. You know, sometimes you see characters being completely reset in position, and you have the hair kind of like floating from top to bottom all of a sudden. It looks very weird and very like totally not natural in any way. So all in all, I mean, that's already pretty much what I wanted to say in my first impressions video. So far, I've really been enjoying the game, no doubt. It does some things very well, for example, graphically and in the gameplay aspects. I mean, I'm enjoying the story so far. I heard it's gonna get pretty vague and pretty mediocre, but so far I've definitely really been enjoying it. The gameplay is still good. It's completely what you expect from an Assassin's Creed game, with a few improvements where you want them to be improved, but at the same time the game just runs very badly, making me think that if you are not thinking, oh, I want this game right now, then maybe just wait an extra month or something until Ubisoft patches all of this stuff, because then I think your, you know, first experience with the game will be much better than mine was. But that being said, I'm looking forward to still playing the game in the coming weeks. I'll do my review as soon as possible, and for now I'd like to know your thoughts on the game. Have you played Assassin's Creed Unity yet? What did you think of it so far? What were your experiences with the game? And then for now I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.